What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Tailgate Masters. Today I'm going to show you how to install these polyurethane bushings on a S13. Alright, safety first. You're going to want to make sure your car is on jack stands and then use your jack to jack up the transmission so all the weight is off of the transmission cross member. It looks like that is a 12mm. Comes off relatively easy with an impact. There's going to be two of those towards the center. And right next to that should be two additional 14mm. And then at the very end, there's going to be two 17mm on each side with a total of 4. So loosening these. I'm just going back and removing that bolt. I didn't want this to fall on me. And then with that bracket removed, you can see those bolts clearly and they just zap right off. And that's how you remove the OEM transmission bushing. Here I'm just test fitting this, seeing how this would fit through. Looks like there's 2 bolts on top still. Give it a quick clean. Alright, and this is how the new polyurethane bushing goes on to the bracket. You're going to put 2 nuts through the center portion of it. We're just doing this hand tight for now. Then we're going to grab a 6mm hex key and tighten this down so it doesn't move. Alright, so once that's tightened down, we're going to put on these nuts and bolts. There are also washers that are included here. So we're going to put a lock washer with a washer on the bottom, and then this is going to go up top, and then that's when you put it. Alright, so we're going to fit this back onto the transmission. Looks like I had that on backwards. So once you have that up there, you're going to screw on that nut on top to hold this in place. It takes a little bit of finesse to get this in. I'm going to try to do the other side first, get a better angle at this. Alright, so I got one side loosely in there. We're going to do the other side. Again, remember there's going to be a lock washer and washer on the bottom, and then you're going to put the nut on top. So once that's in there, I'm just using the socket with a 6mm hex key in there, and we're just tightening this down so it doesn't move. Once you get it tight enough, the bolt up top will stop spinning, and you can just do these with just the hex key. Alright, so when that's done, we're just going to put the 17 millimeters back on all four sides. You may need to move this around to get it adjusted correctly. As you can see here, after I installed it, it looks like it shifted a little bit, so it's going to take a little bit of wiggling around to get that bolt back in there. Here you can see I used that 6 millimeter hex key to slide it over. Now all the bolts are going through. Alright, now that the bolts are hand tight, I'm just going to use the 17 millimeter with impact and impact this all the way in. Just double checking the tightness on these. And I'm just going to tighten this one last time to make sure it's nice and tight after everything is bolted in. Just double checking all the smaller nuts and bolts in the middle, make sure they're all nice and tight. And this will complete our install of the polyurethane transmission bushing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.